Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Papa Tab or Tarek, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a red pill debate featuring Destiny, Sneako, and Fresh&Fit. This is on the Fresh&Fit podcast, and it's not their typical podcast. It's just those four dudes, and they talk about red pills and shit, and we're going to go ahead and get into it right now.
Welcome to the Fresh&Fit podcast. Well, Sneako, not you so much.
Yeah,
we're tired of you.
bro.
Yeah, he's about to be our neighbor here soon, so you guys are about to see him.
We're tired of you, bro. Yeah, I know. Sneako's trying to move to Miami, just like Fresh&Fit are. Well, they're already there. So yeah.
Pop up like it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna see him in the chat 1 minute, like, yo, this bitch is annoying, and he's just gonna pull up and just like shit on them. But I guess we can start with you, Sneako, and then Destiny can introduce himself.
Sneako, my second channel. You know me. I've had a lot of debates with Destiny recently, and yo, shout out to Act for calling me stupid for the last debate with Destiny. Stupid. Come on, man.
Okay, so this Destiny or whatever the fuck his name is, basically he's making him look fucking stupid.
Come on.
I never knew that was a thing before this debate, so that's fucking funny that academics did that.
Come on, Act. No, we were cool, man.
AK.
I'm gonna pull up and hang.
He'll probably be here sometime this summer, so yeah. Well, summer's almost over, but in the fall maybe. Anything else?
Nah, that's why I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Fantastic. Destiny, welcome to the Fresh&Fit podcast, man.
Thanks for having me on. I'm Destiny. I was the not stupid one in that debate. Thank you very much, Ak. I don't know anything about you, but I appreciate the compliments. So, yeah, you can find me on youtube.com/Destiny. I do politics, philosophy, video games, whatever. Awesome. Some would call me blue-pilled, maybe.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So, can you tell the people why you're banned? Because I did not know that you were banned off Twitch until right before we started the stream.
What happened, bro?
Yeah, if you could talk about it.
Sure. Just basically, I've always had kind of like a center-left political position, which like 5 years ago in the gaming space was pretty far left.
Yeah.
But the scene has changed a lot over time.
Yes, it has.
And yeah, stuff has gotten way farther left. So I think the ban was because I had a position that I didn't believe that trans women should be competing in the same leagues as cisgender women. So
obviously, I've heard this whole thing. I've heard like the first 30 minutes of this podcast, so the first quarter of it, and I only recently knew about Destiny. I didn't like know about him until like a few days ago, and I knew that he got banned off Twitch just like Sneako did. I never knew what for, but apparently his stance on transgender women shouldn't compete in the same athletic events that cisgender women are. And I don't want to promote hate on my channel or anything like that, but that's a take that I think is kind of normal to have. I agree with that statement, and I don't know why he got banned off Twitch for that. I know Twitch is its own fucking political agenda to uphold, so maybe it's that. But I don't think that was a good reason to pull this man off Twitch.
Real one.
How dare you?
Oh, you bigot?
Yeah, basically. And then I think I got banned for that.
Bro.
Maybe, but they all they do is they tell you that they ban you for hate speech, and they don't actually tell you what it was for. But I don't say like any hateful slurs or anything on my stream, so that's my guess. But
it's very big.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, let's just let guys compete with girls and just continue to beat the crap out of them and let them know that they're inferior physically. All right, cool. So I'll read these chats real quick. We already got 12,000 you guys in here, so do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to both their YouTube channels, Destiny, Sneako, and Sneako. Okay, and their links are all below as well, guys. Check them out. First and foremost, Destiny, I want to say thank you for getting our side when all the bullshit happened with L3 making those dumbass allegations.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew about this, H3H3. Well, they're saying L3 because losers, but some girl came on the podcast of H3's and basically said that Myron kind of SA'd her. And, I guess Destiny, or is it Sneako?
For, getting our side, they're all below as well, guys. Check them out. First and foremost, Destiny, I want to say thank you.
Oh, Destiny came to their defense. Okay, so that's, all right, keep going.
For getting our side when all the bullshit happened with L3 making those dumbass allegations. That's when I reached out to you actually. Giving an objective look on it. Obviously that girl made some bullshit allegations that weren't true, and like her story just fell apart when we pulled out all the receipts.
And of course,
yeah, some girl basically, like I said, lied about Myron being a predator kind of, and kind of fired back in her face because her story just wasn't, the foundation wasn't there, obviously, because it was a fractured story. So
worse than it really is.
Of course, yeah. They call him Ethan Decline for a reason.
Decline. That's liberals. All they got is cancel culture. They're not really good at arguing. You guys are.
We don't have as many
bad.
nicknames as you guys have. I'll say that for sure. Jesus Christ! I'm like relearning every YouTuber when I step in here as like a new nickname for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Hobosexual. Ethan is Cartman from South.
We have a bunch of nicknames, but yes, Lasan and L3 are definitely our favorites ones. And you know they're the ones that like they made so many videos talking shit about us, like, oh, we'll debate you guys, blah blah blah. And I was like, all right, cool, let's debate. Matter of fact, me and Andrew will gladly debate you two in person. All of a sudden, oh no, we got family. Oh no, we don't want to debate. It's like, are you guys even relevant anymore? Well, Andrew Tate's the most searched person on Google, and we get way more views than y'all, and we have 1/3 of the audience. So what's your excuse, bro? What's your excuse? Like, you're gonna say we're not relevant? What the fuck?
Yeah, they're talking about debating H3H3. So I mean, hey, I would love to see that. That's a big collab right there. Andrew Tate, Myron, Fresh Prince CEO, Hila, and Ethan. That would be a stellar fucking podcast.
You know what it is, bro? They're our biggest supporters. That's what it really is. Talk to them, man.
All right, so I guess I'll turn it to you guys. Like, what do you guys disagree with on Fresh and Fit that we typically talk about?
I want to start with this just for you guys.
Before they start, I want to start. I used to watch Fresh and Fit a little bit, and that was before my wife and I, like when we were going through some hard times. We weren't living together. We weren't together. And I liked their content because I kind of agree with it. But as soon as they had beef with another pair of YouTubers that I liked, which was Abba and Preach, I was like, okay, you know, these guys aren't as cool as I thought they were. So I just kind of dismissed them entirely. I didn't like them. I didn't watch their content. But after seeing this, dude, like I said, after the first 30 minutes, like I've said, this is by far my favorite episode that they've ever put out because they don't really seem like the bad guys that they were made out to be beforehand. So
you guys are
my favorite
icons in the space as well. How'd you find the RP, and what's your thoughts on RP? And
RP is Red Pill.
Start, I guess, Destiny. Yeah.
So I've been doing like the political space probably for like since like 2016, and then Red Pill stuff is kind of like it rose like in the early Trump days, and then it kind of like receded for a while. And then I started,
you see, someone says RP is roleplay. No, it's Red Pill.
For the past like year or two, especially last year, it's like picked up again a lot. And I guess the way that I see it is that you've kind of got like this progressive establishment that has basically, through all of these kind of like academic terms, have like built up this idea that you can say like men, white people, the Mayo side, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like every other racial minority is super protected. Can't make fun of black people. Can't make fun of Hispanic people. Can't, right? And then if you're white, there's like 50 million things you got to worry about. When you have that type of attitude, and then it becomes pervasive on your side, then I mean.
So Destiny is not a sleeper chick. Sorry for doubting you, Myron. What the fuck is this?
Invariably, there's going to be other people that will start to speak to the disaffected people that you're pushing out. And I think that part of the Red Pill has been that there are people on, I'll say the right, I don't know if you guys would consider yourselves to be the right, there are people on the right that are willing to speak some uneasy truths that people on the left just won't acknowledge.
Yeah.
You know? And as long as you're not willing to acknowledge something that's true, you're going to lose to the people that are willing to acknowledge what's true. And I think that Red Pillars will make some observations that are true, and then they get wild with it. And they go off into these crazy places where it's like, I understand where you're starting from, but the places that you go, you could go in such a better direction.
I completely agree. I know that some people take the Red Pill and they just kind of go off a tangent with it. I mean, I'm thinking Sneako and Andrew Tate both do that. It's a way to go, but it's not the way to go. You know, there's a way, like he's saying, there's a way better to go. There's a way better way to go about it. It's not just, oh, let's be extremists right now. Let's just, I don't know. Let's be extremists on the right now. It's not like that. You know, you can be a little bit less extreme. You know what I mean?
And
That's
kind
what
of
we've been arguing about
my engagement has
on
been
stream
with like
for-
the Red Pill, yeah.
All right.
4 debates
I mean,
about
I agree with that. Like, I mean, I've talked about it. That's a big reason why we get dragged so much is because I've said it a million.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Just I want you guys to understand. I'm not hating on Fresh and Fit. I'm not hating on anybody really. I know my hat says Sneako just coming soon, but in this video, Myron and I don't know the other guy's name, the Fresh Prince CEO, are like normal guys. They're enjoyable to watch. This is the kind of content that I like.
A million times. The public enemy number one is the white male. It's how you galvanize the left is you need a common enemy. It's what Hitler did to unite Germany. White man bad. They came here, colonized, and they enslave everybody, etc. But if you're like a woman, you're a colored person, whatever it may be, you're considered a protected class, and you can say whatever you want. It's only racism, right, if it's on a protected class. But if you make fun of a Caucasian guy, talk shit about him, even a white girl. We've had girls come on this podcast to say derogatory terms about white people, and no one bats an eye.
That's very true. Very true. I personally haven't seen it in my day, like me personally, physically. But I see it on their podcast.
My thing is just this. We talked about this with Sneako the other day. We'll have people run around saying Black Lives Matter and Black Power, and we need to have Black-owned businesses, and you need to marry a Black woman. You should need to be with your kind. You need to keep our roots strong. Black lives, right? Black Power. Could you imagine if we reversed it around? White Power. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no. KKK. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you guys are racist. Blah blah blah. But it's only racism when white people do it. It's not racist the other way around, and it goes back to that logic thing that I talked about.
He's absolutely right. There's a large target on a white man's back, basically, and if you say anything that's like, oh yeah, but what he said, like you should marry a Black girl, Black-owned businesses, all this. If a white person said that, it would be racist. But since it's Black, it's not racist. They're both fucking racist. Well, racist? I don't know. Discriminatory? I would say yes. Is racism discrimination? Yes. Is it racism? Yes. There we go. Full circle, baby.
If you put it on the other side, does it make sense? And it does not in this case.
I will say, let me represent the other side a little bit. I think there are reasons for that. I think there are reasons why, and everybody at this table knows. If you hear a guy say Black Power, it's whatever. But if you hear a dude say white power, you're like, hold on. What do you mean by that, right? It's like, and it's one of those things where different people represent groups for different reasons. But the problem is that I can give you that answer for that, and I can give you that answer for everything else. But when you take all of it collectively, at some point it doesn't matter anymore. It just sounds like you fucking hate white people. That's what it sounds like. So yeah, they're like. I think everybody here knows when you hear somebody say white power, there's something else going on there as opposed to like Black power or Hispanic power. But I agree that like when you have that excuse for every single issue, like why is it okay to say fucking kill all white people, but I can't do it with Black people? When you have that excuse for every reason, it looks bad. And I think that's where the left's kind of like lost control of the narrative and the optics and everything. Yeah,
I just look at it like if you want to end racism, then everyone's got to be held to the same standards.
Sure.
I know people have talked about this a lot. I'm just gonna keep going.
Like you can't sit there and say Black Power, then a white dude goes ahead and says white power, and you're like, oh well, you're a racist when you're pretty much saying the same shit. I've heard them say terrible things like, oh yeah, we need to attack white people, take the shit back, and no one really bats an eye. It's crazy to me that like Black Lives Matter is not designated as a domestic terrorist organization because they fit the profile 100% according to FBI definition, But if you have like a white militia group, they're definitely going to go on that FBI list. So I look at it like, listen. You look at the Justice Department, what does Lady Justice have, right? She has a blindfold and she has the 2 scales. Justice is supposed to be blind.
That's absolutely correct. Justice is supposed to be blind. You're not supposed to be able to make a choice based on skin tone or anything like that. It's based on purely the crime committed and what is fair and balanced. That is it. No, there should be no other factors besides that in a court ruling.
That's what they say. So I look at it like, listen, if you're going to go ahead and say this is racist on one side, it's got to be racist on the other side too. That's all I'm saying. The way to defeat racism is through equality, but it can't be selective.
Yeah, Twitch went through that a couple months ago. There was a huge ordeal where some people wanted to defend calling white people cracker.
Which is racist, if you guys haven't figured that out. If you call a white person cracker, that's racist. Call a Black person a word, that's also racist. Yeah.
And it blew up into a huge thing, and like I was surprised Twitch actually started banning people for it. It's like, this is a little bit wild, but yeah, not a good look, I would say.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just wild to me how like you can be racist to white people, but if they say anything about like a protected class, it's considered you're racist.
Precious BBC. Apologies for being late, fellas. Had to bust on this super thick Latina shorty. Be even lucky that we here right now, shorty cheek. That we can make. quick though. I'm trying to get busy.
Because you're punching
That was $50. God damn.
down,
Yeah.
and you're systemically oppressing somebody, and blah
Of
blah. Yeah,
course.
there's like all these reasons why you can't make fun of somebody else, but these people will like go after your throat for everything.
Exactly.
They'll try to they'll go after your job, they'll go after your income, they'll go after like your online presence, they'll get you banned, kicked out of your apartment, whatever.
Yeah, seriously, they did it. They try to do it to us, and it's
crazy.
like, because and we're colored, so it's like then they'll say, oh well, you guys are black, like you can't make comments on the black community because you guys aren't black, and it's like, okay, bro, we're gonna use this fucking example again.
Yo,
So-
could you imagine if we were white saying what we're saying now?
Oh yeah, we would have been canceled.
Dude, yeah, I've heard, like I said, this is the second time hearing this. If they were white saying the same shit that they're saying right now, cancellations all across the board, absolutely fucking atrocious. I reacted to the first 10 minutes of the podcast, and I just wanted to say, you know, if you guys enjoyed it and you want me to talk about it more, I will be glad to. These are kind of issues that I'm interested in talking about as well, so I'll be happy to talk about them. But yeah, that will do it for today's video. If you guys like to, go ahead and press the like button, comment whatever you guys want to comment, subscribe if you want to subscribe if you don't want to subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.